Hello, this is Palico Patch and welcome back to more of the Forsaken Isle. And today we are going to be finishing off the crafting tables that are available at the moment. Now, in case you haven't caught my vlog I did where I went into a little bit more detail, I'll fill you in on how it's gone so far with the making up of these episodes. Basically, I do a lot off camera to make sure I have all the bits needed. These are bits which we've already either found or we've made, so you're not missing out on anything as far as that's concerned. But I've had this cheat sheet in a way. There was this guide on Steam which was very useful. It broke down every bit of ingredient you would need to make certain things, but it was version 0.9.2. We're now on 0.9.4 and it would appear that I have been promising things which are no longer in the game, like a kitchen. There's no kitchen in the game. Here I am going through all my notes trying to find how the hell I make a cleaver, and you don't make a cleaver because it's not in the game anymore, because the kitchen's not in the game anymore. So I've had to throw away my cheat sheets, which were as good as laminated by the amount of sellotape that were on them, so it was quite hard to rip them. But we've got past that, and I am ready to crack on. I'm just going to be working off the wiki now, so hopefully, as far as that's concerned, it should be a lot simpler. So today I am looking at finishing off the different crafting tables which were available, and then we're also going to be looking at making a fishing pole and our first hat, rather than this tiki one, which is again a bit easy because we managed to come across the natives, so that made that nice and simple. And maybe we'll do a little bit of fishing. Maybe we'll go back down into the actual cave system and start doing that again. I need to find more iron. We could do with upgrading our tools. We need lots of iron tools. I have, it would seem, used up all my copper, so we're gonna have to go and grab that. Thankfully I found a lot of copper, which is very nice, so we shall make some of those up as well. But first things first, let's start by crafting the rest of these tables. Now there are only 3 left. We have the gem table, we have the alchemy table, and we have the cauldron for making the stews. So as you can see, we do have some space left. We might as well leave this here for the time being. I'm sure they'll add more at some point, and we'll get rid of that chest and put it elsewhere. But first things first, let's start with the gem table. I think it'll be the nicest one. And in order to make the gem table, we need 1 chisel, which we all know how to make already. We need a glass lens and we need a workbench, and we already have the workbenches. But the glass lenses we've never made before. So how do we make a glass lens? Very simple. All we need is a bit of glass and an iron ingot. Now, we haven't actually made any glass before, I don't think. Have we made any glass? Not in there, not in there. Not in there. And not in there. Oh, and before we go any further, I do have another confession to make. I have broken the scroll wheel on my mouse, on my silent mouse. Now, it was a toss-up of being either having my big gaming mouse, which is nice and clicky, which you'll hear over me talking and be very, very annoying, or it's me just having to soldier on with using the number keys for the different bits down here. So please bear with me. If I'm not very quick at swapping in between things, you know why. I can't do it. But anyway, let's see if we can make some sand. Let's make some glass with sand. Now, from what I gather, all you got to do is put some sand in the oven. Awesome. And we are going to need, I think it's 3 of those. I'll put that into there, and then we need to make this bench. Now, what do I use it on? Is it a normal workbench I need to make the bench? Let's have a gander. So, we need glass, we need a workbench, and we need a chisel. That's a lathe. Okay, so it's not that one. Okay, let's try the anvil. So we have the glass, and we have the workbench, and we have the chisel. That's oh, we can make a flask. Oh, it's not that one either. Let's try this one. So we have the workbench, we have the chisel, and we have the glass. I think we're missing something here. We're not going to make it on the lathe, are we? Surely that's not it. Click on the glass and the chisel and the workbench. No. I'm an idiot. That's what I am. I haven't made the lens yet. I'm just trying to put the bloody glass onto the bench and wonder why it's not working. We need to make a lens. Now, lens. Let's try the workbench. So, for the lens, we need the glass I've just made. Idiot. And the iron ingot. There. That's what we needed. Right, let's try this again. So, we have the lens. And we have the chisel. And we have the workbench. Boom! There we go. We've got it. Jeez. That was painful. Okay, let's pop the gem cutting bench down first. And it shall go here. Very nice. And we've got some sapphire we can cut actually. No, we'll get around to that after. No, we're busy. We're busy. So that's the first embarrassing one done. Let's do the alchemy table next. Now we need a mortar, a glass flask, and a workbench. We already have the workbench, which we know how to make. We know how to make the glass flask now, although we will need some more glass. So let's go to there. So we have the sand, makes the glass, and the glass makes the flask. And I can go there. Cool. So we need mortar now, and mortar I believe are rocks. Not sure what we'd use it on. Maybe the stone crafting bench for that. Let's have a gander. Where's my rocks? There's my rocks. Sharp stone, stone block, mortar. And we're going to need, I think it's just the one of those. Let's pop that into there. And then back over to the big crafting bench. Doopy-doopy-doo. And we have the mortar. And we have the flask. And we have the workbench. Awesome. That one went a lot more smoothly. Let's pop that down there. Cool, cool, cool. Let's get that put down. So we can now cut gems that we come across, and we can start making health potions and whatnot. But again, we shall continue on that on another one. Now the last one we have is the cooking cauldron. And this is just to make the stew, which I believe is the best food to have in the game. It gives you the most energy, and I believe it gives you health back as well. In fact, speaking of health, can we make any bandages? No. We're going to have to go get some fibre in a minute. We'd better take some bandages, because we're running pretty low on health. Half health. That's not good. Not good. Anyway. Cooking cauldron. We need a campfire, which we have a campfire. We need a cauldron, and we need some water. Now, we better make the cauldron first. With the cauldron, we're going to have to do that with iron ingots. And I believe it takes 3, but I'm, again, not sure which crafting bench it is. One would presume with the iron ingots we use it on the anvil. So let's have a look. Bucket, cauldron. There we go. And with the cauldron done, we now need to do the water. And with the water, a little bit more complicated. You can't just go and suck it up with a flask, which I tried to do in an earlier playthrough when I was just testing stuff out. You actually have to make a wooden bucket. And in order to make a wooden bucket, I believe it's 2 planks and a cord. Now, I would guess workbench for that. I'll try the workbench. So there's my planks, there's my cord, there's my bucket. And I believe as far as that's concerned, we've just got to go and fill it up in some shallow water. So whilst we're out there, we'll gather some fibre. And I can't scroll. Select my big old trusty copper swordy type thing and chop away at him. Very nice, thank you. And we need to dig this up. So, numero 5. Oh god, it's all going wrong. Where's my dirt? So put that back into there, back to 5. Oh, now I'm going to need my hoe. Oh dearie. Oh, I've done it again. Is that enough to make some bandages? I just want a few bandages. 6. That'll do me fine. So let's pop those back down to there. I'm going to have to go and get my dirt again. Good times. Lots of fun there. Numero 6, please. Thank you. Where's my hoe? Where have I left my hoe? There's my hoe. And we can put the flax seeds back in now. We'll pop that back into the chest in a second. Cool. How are we doing for food? Oh, we've got to go berry picking before we go as well. But anyway, so, oh yeah, we're going to get water. Let's just, since it's dark, make sure we've got a little bit of defense around us. So yeah, things like the shells at the moment, where you could use to make a shell suit or shell armor, you can't do anymore. So I don't know what we're going to do with the shells. Hooray! New recipe entries. And we have our water. Awesome, awesome. So I'm not going to bother picking up any more shells for the time being. Oh, hello. Come on, how about you? Yeah, I am seriously thinking about putting a gate on here. But if they spawn inside because it's a little dark patch here, there's not a lot you can do about it, really. Anyway, so what are we looking at? Cooking cauldron, that was it, cooking cauldron. So we are now going to go back to the crafting bench and go onto here, and we shall have the discovery tab with the cauldron and the, did I say campfire? Yeah, with the campfire and the water, And we have our cooking cauldron. Excellent. It's all gone according to plan. Kind of. And we shall put those into there. And let's pop our cooking cauldron in the last available corner there. And there we go. That is, as far as I'm aware anyway, up until this point, all the crafting tables you can build. Now we will go looking into what you can do with each individual crafting station. Oh, that's cheeky. You, sir, can be set on fire. Oh. Oh. And hide. Be gone. They do seem to be a... Wow, there's quite a few around here. Oh, God. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Whoa. So, where are my flax seeds? So we'll replant those. Let's just get rid of these. Pop on the outside. You can have one, and you can have one. Cool. I don't think the other guy's gone. It's getting light now anyway, so they'll disappear in a second. So yes, there's two other things I'd like to try and make in this episode. The next one would be the fishing pole. The fishing pole, obviously you'll be able to catch fish, which you'll be able to cook, and then again that will replenish your health and your hunger, which is very good. Although we could live off the berries with the garden we have here. I haven't even touched the pineapples, or the tomatoes, or the wheat. Again, that will be something we come to when it comes to making bread and whatnot, which we'll do in a later episode. But for now, let's make the fishing pole. So we're going to need a stick, some cord, and a worm, I believe. I don't think you need a crafting station for this. Cord... and the worms I've picked up. And there's our simple rod. Cool. And then the last thing I'd like to do now before we venture out. Oh, after it's saved. In fact, let's just try it. Let's see what happens. I've never fished before. Do I just right click? Oh, just right click. Oh, look at that. He's sort of floating in the air. I think we're missing an arm animation there. Do I just wait? Do I click? Does it bobble? I don't know. Oh, click! Hey, look at that. We've got a yellow tang. Let's try that again. Bob away. Bob away. Could do with some sort of audio cue. Or have I just been playing too much Stardew Valley? Come on now. Come on now. Anytime. Wiggle, wiggle. Oh, there we go. What's that one? Angelfish. Oh, so there's a few different types of fish we can catch as well. I won't bore you guys with doing that, but we shall look into that at a later point. I will probably do the fishing off camera. I can't see that being too interesting. Hang on a sec. Where's my foods? There we go. We'll just pop those into there for the time being. Move those across. Keep them separate. Don't want to contaminate the seeds. And then the last thing I want to do, I'd like to change my hat. Now, the Tiki mask is good with 1 defense and 2 ranged. I'm looking at making the Woodsman's hat. The Woodsman hat, I believe, has got better range damage on. And it seems I'm getting through quite a few flaming arrows. I figured it would make sense to do that. So, we need cord, I think, to make thread. Again, I think that's on the lathe. Let's try that next. So we have the lathe, cord, no, that's the rope. Let's try the workbench. Cord, that's a rope. Oh, hang on, maybe it's the spinning wheel. That would make sense. Cord, there we go. We're going to need just the 1 thread, so that'll do for the time being. And then we're going to need some fabric. Now, fabric would usually come from wool. I've been quite fortunate in the fact I've come across some fabric and wool already. So again, if you obviously go and kill some sheepies if you need wool, that's where that comes from. Not that I think you guys need to be told that. Now, do I need to? Yeah, I think I might have to refine that. So let's pop to the workbench there. Oh, you can make cord as well. Good to know. Good to know. So 2 of those makes 4 fabric, which is awesome. And then we need a feather. I presume we're going to be using this spinning wheel again. So let's put the thread in, the fabric, and where's my feathers? Well, oh, there's my feathers. There we go. Oh, we can make a few different ones. So we can make a cloth bandage, which gives you better regeneration. We can have just a normal hood, which is 5 to movement speed. We're moving pretty quick anyway because we have our boots of swiftness, which is a 10 movement speed, so that's probably not really worth it. A sack, which is placeable, so I presume that's like a chest. We might make those in the future. We have an angling hat, which is +5 to fishing. That's interesting. And then this is what I wanted to make. What do we have? Cloth tunic, equipment, defense 1 compared to defense 3. So that's again the step down really. But yeah, Woodsman's hat. So it's the same defense, but it is slightly higher on ranged damage, which is awesome. So we shall go for that. We shall go for that, and we shall retire the Tiki mask as we now have an upgrade. So we'll pop that onto there. Am I going to need the Tiki mask? No, I'm not, am I? So let's just get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. And there we go. Look at me looking all Robin Hood style. Oh, God. Got to stop walking on the flax seeds. Back in with you. You're going to be behind all the rest now, aren't you? Shameful, shameful. So there we go. So we've made the last 3 tables. We have... This looks weird. Let's have something in your hand. There we go. We have the last 3 tables made. We have made a fancy new hat. And we have made a fishing pole so we can catch fish. And I think that'll do for this episode. We're coming up to the 20-minute mark, even with my little cut in between, which is very embarrassing. But we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. So next time I think we'll look at what I can do with the sapphire gems. We'll get them cut on the gem cutting bench, see if I have the appropriate ingredients to see if I can do anything with that. We shall pick some berries and go back down into the caves, and I think that'll be the last time that we go into the caves at this level. We'll also look at making some stairs in order to go deeper into the caves, but as I said, we should do that on the next episode. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, a like is always appreciated, and I shall catch you on the next one. Take it easy.